Good morning all, or good afternoon, depending on where you're at. So today's little video is going to be on inactive ingredients. My story of the day is that I have a client who's been using some very, very expensive, high grade, I say that in quotes, acne treatments that are not working for her at all. It was a line that I haven't heard of, so I asked, or actually I Googled first to see what the ingredients are so that I could do a little rundown and see what her skin has been dealing with. And just like every other large company, they do not list their ingredients online. They put their active ingredients up online and leave the rest for you to find out whenever you actually order the stuff and get the bottle that it's printed on. I cannot say enough how much it bothers me that skincare companies get away with this. We have to hold them accountable. We should be able to see exactly what is in every product before we order it, and you should be interested in what is in every product before you actually click that button to purchase something. There's no such thing as an inactive ingredient. Everything that you're putting on your skin is doing something to it. I don't care how little or how much it is. It's active. It's doing something, I promise you. And this is just a shift that we need to make to change how we think about our skincare. And just like I say all the time, I need you to think about what you're putting on your skin just as much as you would think about what you're putting in your body. Food listings are, only on medications. I was thinking today about how that list sort of came about, and where we see things listed on the back of a jar as inactive ingredients and then the rest of the ingredients. And that format originally began with medications. When I was growing up, we didn't have those things separated out on a list unless you were taking an aspirin, or even calamine lotion is one of the things that I can think of when I was growing up, where it said inactive ingredients and then inactive ingredients. So all that being said, I think that we have become really complacent in looking at skincare and just seeing what they put forward as the active ingredients in the list. Like, oh, it has this herb. Oh, it has some hyaluronic acid in it. It's got this or that. And that's all they tell you on the website before you order. And then you get your bottle and take a look at it, or you don't bother to take a look at it because you're very trusting of these companies. In fact, this PCA line that I was looking at, I was giggling to myself in a sordid kind of way that it says, trust the scientists, we do all the research for you, blah, 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 blah. And then I had my client send me a photo of her bottle, and I am truly horrified. Truly horrified at what the rest of the ingredients are. On the back of this, I found 8 different types of dimethicone. Dimethicone is plastic. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making this up. It had 8 different types of plastics and 1 copolymer, which is another plastic. So we've got 9 different types of plastic on your face with a 5% hydrogen peroxide solution. That is absolutely and completely absurd. I was livid. So I'm gonna fix her skin and we're gonna do it gently. But that is one ingredient that they often list as inactive that I want you to be on the hunt for. So the theory with using the dimethicone in skincare, for one, is that it doesn't do anything bad, but it's supposed to smooth out, it's supposed to get into the crevices and lines and sit there, which you can imagine that plastic would absolutely do that. But it's also like sticking saran wrap over your face and going out every day. What do you think is going to happen? The skin cannot breathe. You're trapping in anything that is bad, like the hydrogen peroxide, which is another terrible thing to use on your skin. Please, please, please never use hydrogen peroxide products. They are not even allowed to be used in hospitals anymore because they kill the good skin cells along with the bad, and then you're left with nobody there to fight the good fight. So Wanted to talk about the dimethicone. I can't even get over how horrified I am that there were 8 different types in this one product. I mean, the bottle has to be at least 50% plastics that she's putting on her skin every day to try to clear up her acne. And that is so not an inactive ingredient. The other thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit is glycerin. And that can seem like a really innocuous, inactive ingredient in your skincare, and that it sounds natural. We know that glycerin is a byproduct of soaps, of soap making. It's something that just sort of falls off in the chemical process of saponifying the fatty acids. But I have found for myself, I started out and realized that I was very allergic to glycerin when I was about 17 or 18, and my favorite soap was just making me itch my skin off every day. And now that I've been doing this for about 6.5 years, and in looking at my other clients and sort of going through ingredient lists with them and what's happening and the itchiness or what their skin is doing, I think that at this point a vast majority of the population actually has a glycerin allergy, but because it's listed on everything as so safe, dermatologists and everybody just pass right over that and say, no, it's not the glycerin causing the issue, but it absolutely can and probably is partially because of the glycerin. Also keep in mind, if you do have any glycerin present in your products, that if it does not specifically say vegetable glycerin, it is a glycerin that has come out of the petroleum industry, and that one is super unsafe. The way that it's made and extracted uses terrible, awful chemicals, which is something else that I look at when I'm looking at these ingredient lists. Some things are listed as natural, but if they have used hexane or formaldehyde or something else to get that one chemical to fall out of the plant, it's no longer natural to me. I'm not interested in even putting hexane and formaldehyde into the world and our planet in order to get something out of an herb when we could have used the whole damn herb. So yes, Angie, I see you. Glycerin, that's why I'm itching. And sometimes, you know, these are things that even perhaps used to be safer for the human population, but because they've added it to everything that you put on your skin, the skin sensitizes itself literally to anything that you use on a regular basis. It can I feel that this also happens with the gut, and other nutritionists have agreed with me. Something perhaps that you eat a bunch of, maybe you're a stress food or something, and a lot of times that's become gluten in our world today. You eat that while you're going through some really crazy stuff, or even while you have a virus, and the body starts to identify that as the culprit for the illness and then sensitizes itself to those factors. That's just something also for you to think about. But getting back into the active versus inactive ingredients, please remember, there are no inactive ingredients in this world. Everything is active. Everything is doing something on your skin and to your skin. And it makes a lot of sense that everything should be doing something for your skin instead of just being a carrier or a way to get it to spread out properly. We've created a place where we just want everything to be as perfect as fast as possible, and we've got to remember that it takes the body time to heal. And when we start adding a lot of these inactive ingredients, we're just giving her more crap to deal with, literally. So again, the dimethicone is one that just chaps my hide to no end. Please don't put plastic on your face any more than you would cover yourself in saran wrap and walk out the door every day and expect your skin to be doing well. She just can't do it. It's not possible. The glycerin and copolymers, remember that copolymers are almost, I mean, they're in the same family with the dimethicone, and you hear that word, and actually I think of Fimo clay that we used to bake in the oven and make shit with is another plastic, and it's a copolymer. So those are a couple of things that you should be looking for. There are millions of others that my stomach just falls on the floor when I see in an ingredient list, because why? 90% of the time when I see them in there, I'm just yelling in my head, but why? Why do you need to put that in there? Why did this PCA company have to find 8 different forms of dimethicone and stick all of those in one product? Yeah, if you guys have any more questions about inactive ingredients, please message me, let me know. I would love to have some discussions about specific ones. But in general, when you are looking at skincare online, you should look for a company that posts the entire ingredient list right up front. It shouldn't be a question. There's no such thing as separating active and inactive ingredients. That's why I don't do it. I may let you know some of the important ingredients that are in it, but nothing should be considered inactive. This is your body. It's your right to know what you're putting on it. And the companies need to be responsible for letting you know that. And if they don't, write them an email and let them know, I'm not buying this. You didn't tell me everything that's in it. Sending it in an email to you separately, which a lot of them will do, is absolutely unacceptable. We've got to have a way to hold them accountable. Everything should be viewed clearly, and don't hide anything. If you're hiding something, then why? So, all right, that's my angry righteous rant today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Please spread this around. Kisses, happy Sunday, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.